The Seattle Seahawks' biggest flaw from 2023 and from 2022 has been addressed, and it has been fixed. We'll explain what that is and more coming up with this report from Seahawks training camp here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Folks, we have a goal to get to here on the channel. We are trying to get to 53,000 subscribers before the Seahawks' first preseason game next week against the LA Chargers. But we need your help. We're just 10 subs away from reaching that next milestone. For daily Seahawks coverage, for watch parties throughout the season, breaking news, live shows, and more, you got to subscribe to Seahawks Today. Daily Seahawks coverage you won't find anywhere else. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Subscribe now for free. Help us reach 53K subs. You'll be glad you did. All right. The biggest flaw for the Seahawks over the last two seasons has been the run defense. It has been abysmal for this Seahawks team, and no one is blameless. You can point to the previous regime. You can look at the talent, the scheme, and all of that. But from the jump, Mike Macdonalld, when he took this job in Seattle, he made it abundantly clear that they wanted to build a wall on this defensive line and make opposing offenses pay for it, that there was going to be a renewed emphasis on stopping the run in 2024. And with the changes the Seahawks have made, they will certainly address it, and this problem should become a strength for the Seahawks in 2024. Let's go by the numbers of what the run defense has looked like for Seattle over the last few seasons. You go back to 2023, the Seahawks allowed 2,352 yards on the ground. That was the 31st worst in the entire NFL last year. In 2022, the number was even worse, 2,554 yards. That was ranked 30th in the NFL. You go back to 2021, they allowed 1,932 yards, by far the best number of that three-year stretch, but it still wasn't great either, 17th in the NFL. So taking it a step further then, the run defense. And it looks even worse, folks, for what the Seahawks did last year. Opponent run play percentage, 44.9%, 26th in the NFL. That means that teams were very well aware of the Seahawks had struggled to stop the run. Opponent's yards per rush, 4.6, 27th. Opponent rushes per game, 30.3, 29th. Opponent rushing yards per game, 138.4, 31st in the NFL. And opponent rushing touchdowns per game, 1.4, 30th in the NFL. All of those numbers just atrocious. The run defense has been cheeks for the last few seasons. But finally, the Seahawks have what they need to fix this problem. Let's run through some of these players that have been brought in to get the job done for the Seattle Seahawks. Who has been tasked with stopping the run here? Draymond Jones is back. He should be improved from what he was last year. Really nowhere to go but up from here. Byron Murphy, more on him coming up later, should be a huge difference maker. Leonard Williams was really good in the second half of the season. He was the Seahawks' best defensive player, and he's pretty decent when it comes to run defense. He should build upon that in his first season in Seattle. Jaron Reed also back. Jonathan Hankins, a part of the equation, comes in from the Dallas Cowboys, played under AD there. And then Cameron Young, currently on the PUP list. Hopefully he gets back soon. We heard from Mike Macdonalld this week say that he believes that Cameron Young will be back sooner than later. Other guys in the defensive line, you got Mike Morris, as well as Godel, Adams, Pickering, and Leviston, all fighting for a roster spot at this point. And then you go to the edge rushers. Boye Mafe is turning into a really good all-round edge rusher. He can get after the quarterback. He can play coverage. He can stop the run. He does it all. You get Uchenna Nwosu back from injury, and he's been fantastic in training camp so far to this point. That should help not only getting after the quarterback, but also the run defense. Darrell Taylor, kind of a one-trick pony. He can get after the quarterback, but he's not great when it comes to run defense there. I would expect his role to be a little more limited. And Derek Hall, not a great rookie season, but expectations are high for him that he's going to take a step up this year. Other guys in the edge rusher camp, Nelson Caesar, the UDFA out of Houston, Also got Josh and Sonny a part of the equation as well, not expecting them to make the 53-man roster. With all that said, the depth is the key here. Yes, you have more talent than you did to be able to stop the run compared to a year ago, but you also have more depth pieces. When we're talking about Draymond Jones being a backup, that's a good thing. That means that you have multiple guys involved that factor into this equation here. Jaron Reed wasn't great when it came to stopping the run last year, but now you got Byron Murphy. Now you got Jonathan Hankins. You got ways to get creative and mix things up, especially with what Mike Macdonalld wants to do, mixing up the 4-3 and the 3-4 defensive schemes. More on that coming up in just a bit. Are the Seahawks back? Are they stopping the run this year? I think that things are fixed and that they're going to be much better. What do you think? Weigh in, let us know. Y for yes, in for no, if you believe the Seahawks can stop the run or not. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, a best place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works. You choose the game you want. They got the prices listed. You pick your seat, see if you like that seat or not, and then you're checking out just like that. It is very quick, folks. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Game Time makes it simple and easy for you. Save up to 60% off. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. So, with the help that is on the way or already arrived, let's take a look at some notable players with their run defense grades from 2023. First, you got to start off with Terrell Dodson, who replaces Bobby Wagner as your green dot linebacker. He had an 86.1 run defense grade last year. Uchenna Nwosu, who we mentioned, you get back from injury. Prior to his season-ending injury last year, he had a 70 grade, not bad. Leonard Williams, 68.5. Numbers a bit deceiving, though, as he played much better in Seattle than what he did at the start of the year with the New York Football Giants. Draymond Jones with a 61.8 grade, and then Boye Mafe also had a 61.8 grade. I expect the numbers to go up for both those guys this year. And then we say hello to our not-so-little friend, one of the newest members of the Seattle Seahawks, Byron Murphy II, has officially arrived to Seattle. And as much as we talk about Byron Murphy, of his ability to get after the quarterback, what he does when it comes to run defense is just as impressive, if not even more so, and is going to be a big relief for Seattle here. Let's go back to what he did last season with the Texas Longhorns when he had participated in a total of 164 run defensive snaps. And what he did at UT, his run defense grade was an 80.5, a really good number. And his win rate was solid as well, with a 9.5% run-stop win rate there at the University of Texas. And the scouting report that PFF gave on Byron Murphy, what do they talk about? That's right, run defense. Murphy is a gifted defensive lineman in both the strength and speed categories. He is a versatile three-down player who brings plus abilities as a run defender and a pass rusher from Pro Football Focus. Aha! Byron Murphy, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. The help is here. Do you believe in Byron Murphy? Or are you buying the hype, buying the stock in Byron Murphy? Let us know what you think. Type B for believe, type D for don't. I don't want to see any D's in the chat. Don't show me your D. Type B for believe in the comments section if you believe in Byron Murphy. Now, let's talk scheme and all that. When it comes to what Mike Macdonald's going to do, comparatively speaking to what we've seen in the past. Talent's improved on the defensive side. We already know that. But The scheme, I think, is a big part of this. And the coaching that Mike Macdonalld is going to bring to this defense collectively is going to vastly improve this group. Mike Macdonalld, when he took the job, had this to say when it comes to what he has in mind for the Seahawks run defense. If not, they're going to just gas you right up the middle. That's the quickest distance from point A to point B, which you're trying to avoid. But in general, we're trying to build a wall, trying to stay square, trying to set hard edges, make the ball bounce toward the sideline, make them throw the thing outside. You won't want to get gashed up the middle of your defense. You got to have the right guys who can play right there so you can get the job done. Mike Macdonalld found his guys, and now the scheme is there. There's no reason why we shouldn't see fast improvement. Let's go by the numbers here, comparably speaking to what Macdonalld did with the Ravens defense last year. The Ravens ranked 12th in opponents' rushing yards per game in 2023. And I know that number isn't earth-shattering by any means, being ranked 12th. But you know what I would give right now? I think my left pinky, probably. Actually, that's my right pinky. I digress. I would give up my left or right pinky, whatever it may be, to just be the 12th ranked rushing defense. And I think the Seahawks can do that. In 2022, the Ravens were ranked 3rd in the NFL in rush defense. And here's what we're going to see from this defensive scheme that's going to change things. You're running a mix of 3-4 and 4-3. Depends on the opponent. Try to get the best matchups you can. Emphasis on disruption. Don't let that ball carrier get the extra yardage. Meet him at the point of attack. Win the down, affect the quarterback, physical mindset. It goes right back to run defense there and playing fast. Keeping up with these teams with their pace and being willing to get behind the line of scrimmage and make those plays there. What's your confidence level in Mike Macdonalld? Can he get the job done and fix this run defense? I'm feeling very confident. I'm going with a 9 out of 10. What is your scale? Let me know, 1 through 10, in the comments section. For continuing Seahawks coverage all offseason long, you got to subscribe to Seahawks Today, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. To subscribe now for free. We will see you next time.